Hello students, I hope you all are doing well and going through the videos thoroughly because many of you are giving the answers that the questions I'm asking you and many of you are taking pressure, picture when we are going to complete, when we are going to write, nothing is to be worried. I will give you time for writing and everything is not to be written. I'll reduce your work. Have faith on your teacher. Right. Now, one more thing I had asked you a question of stakeholders and I got around about 7 to 8 entries from the students. Like, and yes, most of you had find it out through net and all that. What is stakeholders? Stakeholders are the person that are interested in business, right? In simple, I'm giving in a layman's language. Layman means a common man's language. Means your investors, your creditors, your employees, those who are having interest in the business or particular, right? So they are termed as stakeholders. Is it clear? So we were seeing advantages of accounting. In that we had seen 8 advantages. Now we are going to see moral control. Accounts are in written form. These are used as evidence, right? Thus, the chances of fraud by employees are reduced. Accounting assists to keep moral control over the employees. Now, what happens when any employee tries to do fraud? See, fraud, cheating can be done. Where there is a faith, there is a cheating also. But they are afraid if they are caught. So, accounting keeps helps in controlling moral control of the employees. Maybe I might be caught by the particular owner of the company or any other accountant. So, indirectly, that controls the accountant's fraudulent activities. Right, corrective measures. In practice, it so happens that the business suffers due to some past decision made by the owner or the management of business. Thus, the effect of these decisions are reflected in the accounts. To avoid recurrence of such mistakes, corrective measures are necessary. Care is generally taken. Now, in practice, what happens? Business suffers due to some past decisions made by the owner or management of business. Right. The effect of these decisions are reflected in account. Best example is Nokia. Have you heard about it? The logo of that Nokia was, and it was like hand was it's connecting people, and it was a rain. See, I'm using the word rain, 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 nahi, REIGN, yani कि era. It was an era in India. Every phone, every house had Nokia mobile only. See, I'm using word Nokia mobile only. Sony Ericsson, then Samsung, all these were struggling, right? This was the grip of the Nokia in India. You would have seen your parents using when you were so small at that time using Nokia. Every mobile in the house was of Nokia, either it's any of the piece. But what was the decision taken by the management or what was the wrong interpretation by the management? We will be on the top. We don't require smartphones. So when the other companies were focusing on the technological changes, smartphones were introduced in the market. Nokia was still focusing on the old technology. So that was not the correct decision. When you will find out decisions, you will find out one of the statement by the owner, CEO of Nokia was given. You can check on net. Uh, this is our mistake that we had instead of focusing on the changes of smartphones is taking place of the in the market, we were still with the old technology. This was the main drawback of the what we say company. And what happens because of that? Account suffered. Account suffered means they had interpreted result as a loss, and many of the companies have taken over. Microsoft has taken over. First of all, BlackBerry has taken over then, right? So this taken over means one of the Nokia was purchased by BlackBerry also. Now BlackBerry mobile is also not there. So when you go for the case study, when you study why the companies had shut down, you will find it out. The loss were the reasons of the wrong decisions of the management, right? So when anyone purchases Nokia, now I think Nokia has started ad giving ad. We are produced company of Finland and manufactured in India. When you will see, it's the ad is coming. It is right. You can see easily. And if you had seen, so please pass it out to me. I would be happy to listen from you. Yes, we had seen. So it is from Finland but manufactured in India because many of the units are started manufacturing in India. Right. So we are boycotting Chinese products, not all the foreign products. right? So we are accepting Apple, we are accepting Samsung, we are accepting Nokia. India still doesn't has its own technique community, means mobile company, manufacturing company. Yes, Mahindra and Mahindra is going to manufacture 5G cable or something software, something they are going to do, but they are not focusing on what we say manufacturing of handsets, right? So these are the decisions they will show either loss or profit, right? Nokia had seen loss, BlackBerry had seen loss, right? Now who had seen profit? You can see Reliance Jio would have seen profit, Samsung has seen profit. So these are the corrective measures that takes to consideration while taking the decision. As component of social science, accounting has its own separate existence. As stated earlier, accounting works under the predetermined rule. What is predetermined rule? I'm just giving an example. And there were three types of account. I had told you earlier: nominal account, real account, personal account. Every type of account has its own rule. Now what is that? Take example nominal account. Nominal account means we take into consideration all the expenses and income, all the gains and the loss, right? So that nominal account has its own principles and rules. Personal account means personal identity of a person, business. So that personal account, so it goes to their rules are different, right? And the third is your asset account, real account that considers your cash, then assets and all that. So rules related to that are different, right? So this we'll see in another chapter. Not to worry. Limitations of accounting. Now whatever was the characteristics, take it opposite side. Financial characteristics was the first characteristics of accounting, right? So non-financial transaction in accounting, those transactions are recorded. So in the same way, if what it was financial characteristics was its characteristics, so non-financial transactions is its limitation. What happens many times? What we do, we purchase and sell goods instead of money. At that time, what happens? In accounting, those transactions are recorded in the value of which can be measured in terms of money. Example, purchase of material, purchase of sale of asset, etc. The qualities like honesty, loyalty, commitment of employees working in the organization play a significant role for the development of business. These aspects are not considered in accounting, right? So purchase of sale of raw material, everything is done. But what about the qualities like honesty, loyalty that cannot be measured in terms of money? So these aspects are not considered in accounting. Stable value for money. Accounting assumes that the value of money is stable. What does the accounting assumes? Remember, I had given you example of Reliance with the what capital it has been started, right? Right, stable. The whatever there is money is stable. It is fixed. An asset was purchased before 5 years of rupees 50,000. If replacement is required to be done, then in this case more than 50,000 has to pay to acquire the same type of asset due to inflation. Accounting assumes that the value of money remains stable and practically this is not possible. A stable value of money assumption can be treated as limitation of accounting. Right. So 5 years before they had said they had purchased. Take example of a two-wheeler. Your two-wheeler. Suppose you have a sibling and he or she is 5 years elder than you, and the vehicle was purchased in that price. Now you are welcome to the 11th standard, as I said earlier. Now your parents are planning for vehicle for you also. They will not get the same vehicle. Suppose Activa 60 has been introduced or something, and Activa was purchased in before 5 years. Activa only was introduced, I think, Activa 2G was introduced in 5 years before. Now, if your parents want you to buy 5G or 6G, the price of the Activa would be different. But what does the account shows that it is same? 50,000 means 50,000. Is it clear? So practically, this assumption is treated as wrong. Third is a historical transaction events. In accounting, historical transaction or events are recorded. No corrections are allowed in transaction for any mistakes made. Still, historical transaction and events are useful to take future decisions, right? So, what happens in historical transaction events are recorded. If something is done wrong, so the transactions mistakes are not corrected, and then we say that historical transactions are useful for future decision. Avoidance of market value. Yes, it takes Avoidance of market value. How? The value of assets keeps on changing. The market price keeps on changing. In accounting, market value is ignored and only the actual cost-based treatment are given. Right? Suppose your house was purchased before 10 years in 25 lakhs. Now, in your father's balance sheet, the price of the property would be shown land and building 25 lakhs only. But is it the same price in this year? No. So market value is not considered. Maybe the price would be 1 crore, right? So that is ignored. Avoidance of market value. Use of estimates. In accounting, items like bad debt reserve is determined on estimation. So what is bad debt reserve? Reserves are a kind of fund that are created if something happens at that time it is used. So it is a one-time bad debt reserve. Now what is bad debt? Bad debt is a loss. See, you are doing business and one of your credit debtor means those who had purchased stock from you, means you had sold goods on credit to him. A is the name of that person and A has been declared insolvent, means he is declared bankrupt. He doesn't has money to pay. Can you collect money from that? No, right? So what happens, that amount, suppose the amount you want to receive is 10,000, so that 10,000 goes as bad debts. What goes? Bad debts. So for these unforeseen bad debts, certain kind of reserve is created, that is bad debt reserve, right? If estimates are, so that is created on estimation. 5% should be bad debt reserve, 2%, 10%, right? If estimations are mistake oriented, it will be reflected in the account. But these kind of estimates are done on the basis of past experience and logic. Means the businesses say what percent of bad debt. It's not only particular person. Many of the businesses are saying bad debts on the basis of the past experience. They prepare the account. So so possibility of mistakes remains minimum. Third is dual standard. There are two important components of accounts: profit and loss account and balance sheet. Profit and loss account, which is known as income statement, is prepared on current prices, while its items of balance sheet are disclosed as old price, that is historical price. This kind of disparity prevails, right? I had said you earlier. The price of your land and building is 25 lakhs. That is old price. This price your father or mother has paid at the before 10 years, right? And now is it the same price? No. But when you go for profit and loss account, in that whatever the electricity bill expense, right, related to administration and everything salary you are paying, they are written in the current form, whatever the current price is. Is it clear? So that happens, right? So this is your dual standard. One way they are keeping current price in P&L account, and on second they, right? So they are considering historical price in one statement, and in one account they are considering current price. In spite of having these limitations, accounting has very practical and important role for owners of business, government, stakeholders like investors, creditors, leaders, etc. These limitations of accounting do not work as hurdles in the development of accounting. Yes, it is not, because your grandparents has also done this accounting only using this accounting, and your parents has also are doing the same accounting, and their business is running successful. And you will too use the same accounting, and your business will too run successful, right? These limitations of accountings do not work as hurdles in the development of accounting. Besides, this limitation can be removed because of accounting has been developed as a language of business and science and art. Right. So accounting is known as language of business. What is that? Please underline it. Accounting is known as language of business. Right. So obviously the words used in accounting are different, right? That's why I had made you underline, and we are going to skip some of the points and we'll continue with the other topic, right? So we can start with the main subject, that is your practical portion. That's why I'm skipping certain things so you can easily come to know, is accounting science and art? I'm skipping it, right? Here you can see accounting. From science, accounting is known as art also. Accounting is mainly categorized in three: financial accounting, cost accounting, and management accounting. These are the sub branches of accounting. Now, I'm directly coming to the users of accounting information and their needs, right? So, what happens? Who are the users? Remember, I had given you example of stakeholders. So before continuing, I'm going to this point because it is necessary for you to understand why we require certain people so that accounts can be done, right? Why we are preparing account, what is the reason of preparing account? Only not for the business, we require accounts for many other things. Is it clear? Now let us see. Chalo, the form of business is developed from sole proprietorship to partnership form and partnership firm to company. What is sole proprietorship, students? So means individual. You would have seen your grandparents or parents working in their own business, right? First of all, it is sole. Then many person think we require. Remember yesterday I had given you example of bread bus, right? So the two partners were there. So if single had started and other has joined it, so it becomes from sole proprietorship to partnership firm. One more, two more partners are introduced. Then afterwards, the business is running successfully. They convert it into a firm or a company. Right, due to this development, the boundaries of the use of information are also extended. So the users extended. When your business was run by a single person, so he was only the user, or bank was the user to give loan and everything. But as the firms had increased from partnership to firm, the users has increased. The accounts are made by the sole proprietor or partnership firm to meet their personal and legitimate requirement. In these forms of business, generally owners and management are different entities. Underline this line. What does it mean? Can anyone give answer for this? Yes. Underline this line. Owners and management are same entity. Right. The use of information is confined to them. In company from the business or a business form of business, companies sorry in company form of business, owners and management are different entities. Is it clear? Two things are different. Pay attention over. Again, I'm repeating. Here you can see in what kind of form. Sole proprietorship or partnership form. Here, owners and management are same entity. Is it clear? So A and B are the partner, or A is only the owner of the business. So that is having same entity, means he is the management and owners are same. But when we come to the company's form, here again I am underlining the owners and management. I am talking about company form are different entities. Is it clear? So that is different. Owners are different and management is different. Who are the owners? Right? Reliance is a company. Reliance, owner of Reliance is what we say, Mukesh Ambani and Anil Ambani, right? But then also the management is different and the shareholders are also termed as owners. So that is in detail that we are going to see. Thus, because of government restriction, the information of companies become public information. That because they have to give idea what's going on in their company because of government's rule. Therefore, there are several users of information who can be included in the groups of users. So this we are going to see for whom these accounts are prepared specially for company form. Is it clear? That only we are going to see in company form accounts are prepared, so it is useful to whom, right? First of all, management. In the company form, shareholders are treated as owners. I had told you earlier. If Mukesh Ambani and Anil Ambani are the owners of the firm, then their shareholders are also owners of the firm. And the board of directors undertakes management. So board of directors, those who are the part of management, they are termed as board of director, and that is considered as management. So owners are different and management is different. Is it clear? The effect of policy decision made by them is reflected in the accounts whether they have achieved determined goals or not. Right? So the effect of policy decision made by them is reflected in the account. Whatever the decision they had taken, that is shown in their accounts, right? Whether they have achieved determined goals or not. That information can be obtained from accounts. Their a function is to achieve predetermined goals through planning and control. They identify the variance, the they identify the variances, they identify the variances by comparing planned estimates with the actual result, and they take corrective measures. So management decides the policy and they measure what we had decided. Suppose they had decided this year we'll have 10 crores of turnover, and they that is estimated, and what is actually achieved, that is measured by them, right? And on the basis of their account are also showing. So account is the best tool to measure efficiency of management, because they have to give before information how they, what are the future plans of them. The policies are to be declared. You can see, I had said you yesterday, ZE Business is a channel that shows you everything, how they are working and what are their future plans and all that about the companies in the same way. So that is reflected in their final accounts also. Right? Management can be classified as an internal user. So management can be classified as an internal. Who is the internal user? Management is an internal user. Shareholders. As per legal provision, management has to send certified copy of accounts to all shareholders in prescribed time period. Right. It is right of shareholders to obtain a copy of accounts, and at the same time it is duty of the company. Right. What happens? You are the shareholder of the company. Suppose you are the shareholder of a company, Tata Motors or Tata. So what happens? Every annual report, quarterly report is sent to you. Though you are a small shareholder, then also it is ruled by the government that they have to send you the copy, so that you can analyze what you should continue with the shares or you should back out. Is it clear? Right. So it is duty of the company also. Shareholders analyze published financial and non-financial information and undertake review of decision for their investment in the company. They can learn about the development and forecast of the future of the company. They make decision either to dispose of or to retain the share of the company. On the basis of this information, now companies have started to send accounts through email or for environmental protection. So what happens on email? You can get the entire information. They are not sending any registry or something. Right? To shareholders, it is useful. Potential shareholders. Who are potential shareholders? I had told you earlier. Potential means those who want to invest, and the company want to convert them into investors. This category of shareholders desire to buy shares of the company, right? So what they think, they company with this category of shareholder desires to buy, means they are planning. Take example, I had said you example of IRCTC. IRCTC, I can say myself, I am a potential shareholder because the share was introduced in the market with a price band of 760 or 700 and some price was the rate, and it has reached to 1700, 1900 to the price band. Now what is the price band, that I don't know. Then also it is said, yes, so the price band of IRCTC is now 1380 something, right? As I had said, I was not knowing. I find it out, and it was the share price when it was introduced for the first time. When its IPO came in the market, it was around about 700 or something was the price. So what is that? So if I am a potential shareholder, I will find out this account, how it is working. I'll take it, 3 months of report or something, or 1 years of report, and by seeing that data, I will analyze whether I should invest or not. Is it clear? So converting a potential shareholder into shareholder, right? After investing in the company to decide whether they will have expected return or not, they use accounting information of the company. These are the potential shareholders. Creditors. In creditors, short-term creditors are those who provide facilities of goods on credit to the business enterprise. Besides this, long-term creditors, financial institutions, and debenture holders are also included. Right? The creditors are in short term, but in long term, who are the financial institutions and debenture holders? They are considered as creditor. The person who are giving stock on credit are considered for short term, but for long term, financial institutions and debenture holders are considered as the creditors also. These parties have to collect their dues in the form future from the company. These parties have published accounts to know the present and future earning capacity and economic condition of the company. Right? These parties use these published accounts to know. Right, if I am a creditor, that I am a financial institution, I want to, suppose I am the owner of a particular financial institute. Take example, I am talking about, I'm talking about, I am a manager of any of the financial institution, and I am investing any of the company. So I will see this account whether the company is profit, not by seeing the person. Yes, he or she is a good friend of mine and I am going to invest. No, I will see whether it is beneficial from the viewpoint of accounts, so I will invest, otherwise I will not. Debenture holders, debentures are the same form of certificate that is like shares. But in shares, those who are the shareholders, they become owner of the company, and debenture holders become the creditors of the company. Means company has to pay to them. Is it clear? So here we stop, and I hope you will complete your learning over here. Let me see how many points are left. Okay, how many points are left? So I'm stopping over here. In next period, we are going to complete our point. Okay, so one of the student has asked me about what is financial characteristics. Right, financial characteristics. So if you are listening to my video, I hope it is clear. Financial characteristics means in that monetary the transaction should be monetary. That is termed as financial character. In Hindi, if I say, पैसा होना चाहिए transaction के अंदर, तो ही that is उसको हम financial characteristics कहते हैं. Right, short and simple भाषा में मैंने आपको समझा दिया है. तो भी नहीं समझ में आता है, आप हमसे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो. राइट.